5 12-year-old whiskeys that I won at Cask Strength. It's a fun one today. I'm Jeff. This is G Whiskey. Stick around. So there are a lot of great whiskeys out there that are good, but are missing that certain something that comes with the added intensity of Cask Strength. Now, I've done a video along this line before where I asked my patrons to give me the whiskeys they want at Cask Strength, and today it's my turn. For today's video, I'm just going to be talking about 12-year-old whiskeys specifically, and I might expand that outward to different categories at some point down the line, because there's a lot of whiskeys to get through. And I want to preface this by saying I'll try pretty much any whiskey that's not at Cask Strength at Cask Strength. I think that would be loads of fun. And that's not to say that every whiskey is going to be better at Cask Strength. I think a lot would, but it would just be really fun to try. But for this list, I want to zone in specifically on whiskeys that I think genuinely do have great flavors, and some of their potential is stifled because of that lower ABV, and I just want to see them, shine. As usual, I do have a mystery pour in my glass, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'll tell you what that is. Your hint is that this is a Cask Strength version of a core range sherried Islay whiskey that has been very well received, and that's all I'll give you for the hint. Good luck guessing. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into this list. In the meantime, if you'll kindly leave a like down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right, at the back of this list, I've got Glen Elgin 12. So this is a Diageo release, and like a lot of Diageo releases, it doesn't give us great specs. This one comes in at 43% ABV. It's got to be colored and chill filtered. But despite that, I do think it's got some great flavors. This gives us a dark, almost burnt malty caramel note that is both unique and delicious. Now, the thing about this stuff is that I haven't loved every bottle that I've had. I've had a few bottles. Some have been fantastic. Others just kind of so-so. So I don't know if the whiskey is batchy and inconsistent or if I'm just bitchy and inconsistent. I guess both could be true. Either way, I do know that this is a quality whiskey that has a lot of potential, and it's one that I would absolutely love to see cranked up to Cask Strength. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So number 5 is Glen Elgin 12. All right, number 4 is going to be a controversial one. It always is. Anytime I bring up or mention this brand, there's going to be people that love it, hate it, or kind of argue about it in the comments. It stirs up a lot of anger. I'm going with Macallan 12 here. Macallan has a couple of lines of 12-year-olds. Let's go with the Sherry Oak because why not? As much as these guys get hate for their prices and their marketing, which is justifiable, I do think that they have an exceptional and yes, luxurious house style. I think they have great flavors, but their whiskeys are too light. So regardless of how you feel about them, I do think they're well suited for this list. And they've actually given us Cask Strength releases before, but this is way, way back. They used to have a 10-year-old Cask Strength, which at the time I remember, this was maybe 10, 15 years ago, I didn't check. It was selling for about 60 US. Nowadays, if you can even find it at all, it's going to cost you a kidney, a spleen, and at least one, possibly both testicles. Anyway, if they do give us a Cask Strength age-stated 12-year-old whiskey, I doubt it would be very affordable. And I don't even know if they would want to do that because they're definitely making much better margins with their lower ABV bottles, which do sell pretty well. But a man can dream. So, Macallan 12. For number 3, my bottle brings us back to Diageo. This is the second Diageo bottling on this list, and there's a couple of reasons for that. A, they are repeat offenders when it comes to low ABVs, and B, they do actually have some of Scotland's best distilleries. This is another bottle that I think has excellent flavors, but is very underpowered. This one's not even 43%. This comes in at 40%. The bottle's Cragganmore 12. I absolutely love the barley and brown sugar note in this whiskey. It is very barley forward, and it's just a really good brand that I think is very underutilized by Diageo. Granted, that is a pretty long list. This is one of those whiskeys that's really let down by those weak specs, and I understand why enthusiasts don't really talk about it, why a lot of people just walk past it at the shop. But I genuinely think with a little bit of TLC and ABV, this could be an exceptional whiskey. I'd love to try Cask Strength version, Cragganmore 12. Number 2 is Old Pulteney 12. Old Pulteney is such a beautiful brand. It's coastal, it's buttery, and the 12-year-old does have some nice flavors in there, but it's 40% and obviously that hurts it. The older expressions in the Pulteney core range do give us a better ABV. The 15, the 18, those both come in at 46%, and they're pretty good whiskeys. And I would love for them to extend that same courtesy to the 12-year-old. But since our theme for today is Cask Strength, why not go all in, crank it all the way up? As it stands, it is slightly coastal, it's slightly buttery, but those flavors, and those are the flavors that really make Pulteney shine, those flavors are muted and that's because it comes in at 40%. So yeah, this is one of those whiskeys that would absolutely shine if it just weren't so damn anemic. So it comes in at number 2, Pulteney 12. Number 1 is a whiskey that I rarely talk about on the channel because it is a lower ABV, but it is an absolute beauty nonetheless. This one is AnCnoc 12, and I'm pretty sure this is my all-time favorite whiskey at 40%. This is a wonderful distillate-forward whiskey with great honey, barley, and orchard notes, and we also have some really nice spice flavors in this, and not spice burn, spice flavors. And I want to stress that very rarely do I enjoy any whiskey at 40%. Call me a snob, call me what you will. Plenty of whiskeys at 43% I can say make the cut, but 40%, very few. And as I said, AnCnoc 12, one of my favorite 40% whiskeys of all time. So obviously that leads me to think, if I like it this much at 40%, how much am I going to like it at cask strength? A lot. Now, I don't know if we'll ever get an AnCnoc 12 at cask strength. I kind of doubt it. AnCnoc is owned by Inverhouse, and very rarely do Inverhouse give us much of anything at cask strength. But man, this would be such a banger at cask strength. It's something that I would absolutely love to see. It's the top of this list, and I want to formally request to the people at Inverhouse, to the people at AnCnoc, can we please have a 12-year-old cask strength? I will be your first customer. AnCnoc 12. All right, that was the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is the part where I ask you to chime in. So what are some 12-year-old whiskeys, for this video specifically, 12-year-old whiskeys that you would love to see at cask strength? And like I said, I'll try pretty much anything at cask strength. I'm sure that's true for a good number of you out there as well. But what I want to focus on here are the whiskeys that suffer from a lack of intensity, the ones that have untapped potential, but they're just too damn light. I'll be curious to read the comments. Let's see what you got. And finally, if you stuck around to find out what the mystery pour is here, my hint earlier was that this is a sherried core range expression that got released at cask strength. So the version I've got here is the cask strength version. What I'm drinking is Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. Now this is a limited release. They've only given us 3 so far. There were annual releases between 2021, 2022, and 2023. 2024, I think they switched over to a 21-year-old cask strength expression, which unfortunately I didn't try because I'm poor. As for 2025, I don't know if they've given us any special releases this year, and that's because I've done zero research for this video. The bottle I've got here is the 2023 release. I tried the 2022 and the 2023. I much preferred the 2022. 2023 is a little bit spicier, not quite as balanced, but still an excellent whiskey. And yeah, I just got to say that I appreciate that the brand did this for us. I think there's a lot of whiskeys that we would absolutely love to try at cask strength, whether they're craft whiskeys like Bunnahabhain 12 or lower ABV whiskeys like what we saw earlier on the list. Anytime there's a core expression that we enjoy, of course we'd love to see it cranked up, and Bunna delivered, so pretty cool. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will bring us to the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to help support the channel, I have both Patreon and PayPal linked down below. Every little bit helps. And I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.